To get the input of other people and to avoid errors, we can set up the data validation of the cells. For example, for this cell, we have its coordinate, its column D and fourth row. For this cell, we can only input a number, decimal number. It can be between what or greater than. We want it to be greater than 100 euro. Greater than minimum 100 euro. So we can guide the person who tried as input allowed value like this. Input a message, it's input a number greater than 100 euro. 100, and no need to input the euro sign, for we have just set up the format of the cell. It will be imposed. And if the person don't input a number greater than 100, it will stop and do an alert like input error. Only the number greater than 100 allowed. Okay. So from now on, when we move our mouse over it, it will be shown that allowed value. So if we put a number just like 12, like this, and this will be alert that it's an input error. So cancel like this. Similarly, this one we can set up the data validation as only whole number between minimum is, of course, the minimum is 1 and the maximum for example 40 years it's 480 months like this. If it put we will guide the person who tried it just as number allowed. Input a whole number between 1 and 480. Error alert, what it would be? Input error. Only whole number between 1 and 480 allowed. Okay. And if we try a number just like 5,000, we will be alert that this is an error. So cancel. Similarly, we can set the data validation here for yearly rate. For yearly rate, we can just input a decimal value and between 0.005 and for example 100% like this, and input guide only a number between 0.005 and 1 allowed, like this. If not, input error. Please input a number between 0.005 and 1, like this. So if I input a number like 2, this is an error. So I can only input, for example, it has just input a percentage sign for me, just like this. So we can, if we have already set the cell to be percentage, we should inform the user that no need to input the percentage sign. Okay, just like that. Okay, of course, for the data we can limit the input as data between data. There's no limit for us, it's just a simulator. So it's just a simulator. Between, we can just set it between 1st January and now 27 November, just like this. Input message, input data between the 1st January 1900 and 27 November 220, just like that. Okay, error, input error. Only data between 01 January 1900 and 27 November 2020 allowed. Okay, just like that. Okay, for example, if I will try at the end of this month, we want to do it, this is an error. So maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not a good idea to set the limit of data today. We can change it. We can just change it. For example, setting it between 200 2100, like this. Okay. So it's not there's no much limit for the landing date. Okay, this is how we set the data validation to avoid errors by the other users.